What's up, my Bearded Bros? Bearded Maniac here with another World Series rebuild video. In today's video, we're doing the Atlanta Braves. One of the teams that interested me the most when I was a kid. I can't really quite explain why. It's just their players seemed really intriguing. So I'm going to try to give them the respectable record they deserve. If you can see here, we rank 23rd in the league, but we rank 4th in contact and 8th in defense. I will try my best not to lose those ranks, but I really need to increase power and speed because 27th and 29th and 26th in pitching isn't gonna do jack diddly squat. Now, we rank so low in pitching because if you look, 85, 80, 77, 74, and 68. So right now our starting lineup looks like Julio Teheran, R.A. Dickey, Mike Foltynewicz, Aaron Blair, Sean Newcomb, Jim Johnson, Ian Kroll, Jason Mott, Rex Brothers, Sam Freeman, and Matt Weissler in the pen, so another 60 that would be starting. Arodys Vizcaino in the closer role, 79 overall, that's kind of bad. Kurt Suzuki and Tyler Flowers at catcher, that's a pretty respectable pair right there. Freddie Freeman and Matt Adams at first base, might not need to mess with that too much. We got Ozzy Albies at second, followed by Jace Peterson and Mika Johnson. We got Adonis Garcia and Rio Ruiz at third, Dansby Swanson and Johan Camarga at shortstop, Matt Kemp at left field, Ender Inciarte, Danny Santana, and Lane Adams at center, and Nick Markakis at right field. So not a lot of our lineup needs to be modified, but we'll try to modify just enough to get this train going. Guys, if you are not familiar with the series, what we will do is we will we'll make the trades at a fast pace. You'll see it wicked fast. We'll sim through spring training, and you'll see all that. We'll stop at regular season. You'll see the finished roster, ratings, how they're doing, and stuff like that. And then we'll sim until we can trade our new prospects if we need to improve our roster a little bit, or if we need to replace an injury, because that happens a lot. And then we just go to the end of the season, check out how our new acquisitions performed, see if we made the playoffs, and if we did, try our damnedest to win the World Series. Even though I think that's only happened once, maybe twice so far. Anyway, guys, I'm going to start trading, so wish me luck. Speaking of injury bugs, one of our prospects went down with a torn groin. I'm looking at his attributes. They're not bad. 80 stamina, 50s across the board, just about. He has a fastball, slider, curveball, changeup, and a cutter. That's not terrible. But anyway, guys, our roster is looking like this. We have James Paxton, Garrett Richards, Julio Teheran, Ivan Nova, and I wanted to try signing Robbie Ray because I don't think I've ever really gone for him before. And I just figured sometimes you need to go get that guy. Relief pitchers, we have Craig Bedrosian, Jim Johnson, Tommy Hunter, Adam Liberatore, Kevin Segrist, and George Contos. At closer, we have Hector Neris. We have some elite prospects to trade away. At catcher, we still have Suzuki and Flowers. If I have to, I might trade away Suzuki. I like his bat, but his salary is making it really hard to build a roster around. You might notice also we did have to get rid of Freddie Freeman for Anthony Rizzo to clear up about $8 million in salary cap just to create a little bit of extra room. Second base, we have Jose Perella and Ozzy Albies. Originally, Ozzy was the starter, but then when I traded for a Jose, I targeted him as a backup. He became the starter for some odd reason. In fact, real quick, guys, since he is now the backup, I wonder if with my limited budget, I could trade for someone. Contact's a little worse. Power is a lot better. Fielding is a little worse. Speed's a little worse. And it puts us into the red. Whit Merrifield. Contact's better. Power is better. Vision's better. Fielding is a tad worse. Speed's a tad worse. Dozier. D. Gordon. That would not help our salary cap issues whatsoever. Trying to get someone with a small salary is sadly just hard. Where was he? Jason Kip. No, it wasn't Jason Kipnis. Whit Merrifield. Welcome to the Braves. I know I kind of wasted some of his value, but I wanted a more solid starter. Especially against lefties. Third baseman, we have Jose Ramirez and Eduardo Nunez. Got Eduardo for that speed and Jose for that contact because it's just so reliable. Francisco Lindor at shortstop went bold here. He has solid stats all around the board. I couldn't be happier. We have Matt Kemp and Craig Gentry backing him up. I know he has like no power. It does worry me a little bit, but he has good contact and his speed and stealing are incredible. And before in the past, when I've had a backup base runner, they've proven to get at least 10-15 stolen bases, so I like that. We have Ender Inciarte and Kenny McElroy backing him up in center field. Damn. Nick Markakis and Scott Griffith in AAA. I'm trying to figure out why Kenny McElroy is actually playing. I guess he doesn't have bad contact, technically. That's an interesting roster for sure, to say the least. Oh, and if we check out the league, We are 6th overall, 1st in contact, 1st in speed, 3rd in defense, 8th in pitching, 20th in power. So we do have to try to get a little bit more power next time we do trade. Other than that, I don't picture us making too many more trades. So we'll sim the usual 4 weeks to start, see how we go. I feel like that means someone got injured. No, but one of our prospects is coming back soon. Let me see if I can trade one of these prospects away. Okay, yeah, I can trade one of these prospects away. Hold on, guys. I'll be right back with an updated roster. Okay, we didn't do that many trades right there. But we are 1st overall. We're still 15th in power, but we did increase defensively. Only reason I really didn't trade anybody power-wise was because I was looking at the guys who are low power, like Markakis, but I like his fielding and his contact. I like Ender Inciarte's speed, contact, and fielding. He has shit power, so that does hurt. But I did get Tommy Pham as backup, so that helped a little bit. Craig Gentry's contact or power isn't good at all, so that does hurt the rating. Other than that, one of the other major starter that hurts the most was Suzuki, but improved that a little bit. Couldn't really find anybody I really wanted to improve it with, so there's that. And we're 15-8, but we're 4.5 games behind. We are 3 games ahead in the wild card, but I'll concentrate on that 4.5 games behind for the division. We got an offer. They want Craig Gentry for Adam Wainwright. Bullpen version of Adam Wainwright. I can't do it. Okay, we went 4-1. And we're 5 games behind now because they've won 13 in a row. We're 19-9, and we're 5 games behind. Damn. Oh. Well, we don't have any injuries, so count the blessings there. I guess I'll just sim to the end of this week. We went on 5-2 again. And we're only 4 games behind now, so that's good. Not that far ahead in the wild card. Look at this. Look at this team. Damn. Oh, still no injuries, so that's good. Okay, wait. We're behind the Nationals. I gotta keep that in mind. We're behind the Nationals. I'm going to sim up into the National Series. We went 4-1. So we go into the National Series only 2.5 out. With our lead getting decent on the wild card, so that's good. Okay, so goal, win the series against the Nationals. And we lost the series against the Nationals, so that's not good. Let's sim to the next National Series. We won that one. And I'm not going to do that thing normally where if someone's struggling, I trade them. I feel like in the end, that kind of hurts me because then the people I get that are doing better, then they tend to struggle, and it's just a whole mess. No wonder why the Nationals are right ahead of us. They're the second ranked team in the league, and we're the first ranked team in the league. Good contrast in styles, primary power, primary defense, or speed, or whatever. In the wild card, we are destroying. We are 9 games ahead. So I guess let's shim 9 games, which would be the end of this week. Went 5-4, so that's not good. Let's sim to the All-Star game. Let's skip. No. The NL is 1, and we're part of the NL. Lance Lynn and Adam Wainwright for Blevins. That's an interesting trade, definitely. We are now half a game ahead of the Nationals. And the Nationals are 13 games ahead for the wild card, so lucky us. Now, where do I find it? Awards. All-Star voting. Did we have any players in the All-Star games? We are the Atlanta Braves. I can't forget that. I don't know why I almost forgot that. Hector Neris. A .73 ERA. I know a lot of that's from when we traded him, but still. I don't see the other guy we had. Wait, we didn't trade Nectar Harris. I forgot. .73 ERA. That's actually really, really good. 35 saves already at the All-Star break. Damn. His whip is terrible, though. Oh, switch to American League. Catcher. Didn't really have anybody. First baseman, Freddie Freeman. That hurts a little bit. Joey Votto. That hurts a lot of it. But he was a cap casualty, sadly. Jose Ramirez. 54 RBIs, 20 home runs, made the All-Star game. And that was it for our All-Stars. Not bad. Oh, wait, I don't want to make a trade. So we're about 14 games ahead, so let's just sim to the end of the month. We have an offer. They want Brendan Cannon and Tyler Mosley for Familias. But I don't necessarily need a guy in the bullpen. He does throw so hard. But I already said I'm not really going to get rid of people. If they're struggling, they're struggling. They should overcome. But looking at how we're doing so far, I'd say a reasonable goal would be 100 wins. And it's getting so close. 100 wins and no injuries. It's a lot to ask for. Actually, let's do it a little bit at a time. Make it a little bit more exciting. We go up to 88. 93. 97. 99. We hit 100 wins. 102 wins. And we're in the wild card. 102 wins. And we're in the wild card. We won Gold Gloves at catcher with Gary Sanchez, first base with Anthony Rizzo, shortstop with Francisco Lindor, and center fielder with Tommy Pham. Now those are all guys we acquired, so that's pretty damn good. Delivery man of the year, Hector Neris, the guy I refused to trade away. MVP went to Kershaw. I can see why. 25-3 with a 1.81 ERA. Shit. Neris had 55 saves with a 1.4 ERA. I think that's pretty damn good. League leaders, saves 55, that's about it. We check it out a little bit. We had Jose Ramirez coming in at 6th and Anthony Rizzo coming in at 10th. So overall, Rizzo only hit 5 points less than Freeman. Had half the home runs, but I'll take it. Doubles, we had Anthony Rizzo up tied for 8th. Triples, Jose Ramirez and Nunez tied for 2nd, with Lindor tied for 6th. Home runs, Jose Ramirez at 11th. Nobody else really up there. RBIs, Rizzo with 99 runs, Ramirez with 100. Nationals had 5 of them in the top 12. Shit. Stolen bases, Eduardo Nunez. That was one reason why I got him, 26. What about the other guy? Craig Gentry. Like I said, about 10 to 15, pinch runner. That's extremely solid production. I can't really ask for too much more. Wins, we had Julio and Paxton. That's good. Losses, Nova was up there, and Paxton was up there. That's good. ERA, we had Paxton 2.9, Nova 3.16. That's respectable. Shutouts, Teheran had 4, DeGrom 2. Strikeouts, DeGrom 232, Paxton 226. Respectable right there. So it looks like it's gonna be pitching versus batting if we face the Nationals. But right now we have to get past the Diamondbacks, and I have a sneaking suspicion we're not going to be able to get past Greinke. It was a shootout. Let's view the box score real quick. Arizona. Martinez had 3 home runs, so they had a total of 7 home runs. With us, we only had 3. We almost came back in the bottom of the 9th. Their Greinke didn't do good at all. Hoover, Osuna did good for them. For me, it was DeGrom. Not even 4 innings pitched, 8 earned runs, followed by Brock. The bullpen did amazing work after that, but it was a lost cause. Time to see who wins the postseason. The Astros and the Dodgers. A very realistic possibility, actually, this year. I call this, honestly, a win. We took a struggling Braves franchise, made them super good. This is a kind of team that could contend for years to come. That hurts to see 4 of our guys up there in average because we got knocked out so quick. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. What's up, my beer bros? Beard Maniac here with another live roster update. I am quite aware that these updates might have happened a couple of days prior, and I do apologize if I am late with this video, but I did have some stuff going on, and I do try to get these out as soon as possible. If you saw the Braves franchise video, or if it's going to be up later, don't forget to check it out, because I do notice 3 Braves here immediately. AJ Minter went from a 47 to a 63. Now what's impressive about that is that's not just a stamina boost. He received 21, 16, 18, 9 to his pitching stats, which is crazy. Ozzy Albies, 14 contact left, power 6 and 18 respectively, vision 23, discipline 11. Putting him into the 76 tier is super clutch. I should know I did the rebuild, and it makes him a lot more valuable. He's definitely a lot more solid. I'm not saying he was terrible before at 69, but having him have actually slightly more respectable power, at least versus lefties, makes him a option against lefties, at least if you're pitch hitting or something. You got Teoscar Hernandez, a big drop to contact versus left, but other than that, 14, 28, 12, 18 buffs, that's pretty good. Biggest change here that I noticed that's actually really important is Kurt Suzuki and Chad Green. Suzuki's power went up 17 and 20, bringing it up right into the really good range for me. Because I noticed once you get to like the 50s, each like point doesn't really matter as much as it seems. Because it is the human factor in this. Chad Green went up 4. His stats only went up 2, 3, and 8 though. ERA of 23.62 in postseason, I'm guessing. We got Michael A. Taylor, went up 4 for the Nationals. It's a nice solid stat boost all around. Respectable 4.655 to contact and power. Making his power almost up into the great range. Yet good discipline at 49. Fielding's up to a 79, so that's actually really good. It's not a crutch. Could be a franchise piece at center field for a cheaper option. Blake Treinen probably would have received a better boost if his HR9 didn't drop. Overall, his statistics are looking good. J.A. Happ, nice small little boost that do help out a little bit. Carlos Gonzalez received a contact and power boost, but sadly for him, it doesn't matter where he got knocked out of the playoffs. Chris Bryant, a mixed bag right here. Versus lefties, went down, but versus righties, he got that contact boost to make it a little bit more even. A little bit more even. His vision's finally up over 50. I like that. You got Haniger here. 7, 6, and 4 changes. 4 negative, or negative 4, I should say. More respectable versus righties. I definitely like that. Verlander's getting some boost, which I can appreciate because he's been playing extremely well this year. He did take a drop in walks and home runs, but his clutch went up 10, which is nice. Cody Bellinger received small buffs, lost 2 contact right, but 6, 3, 4, and 6, that's not bad. Power's really respectable. Contact's a little bit more balanced now. Jeff Samardzija, tiny bit. Tommy Pham, his fielding and arm strength all received a buff, which is extremely nice. You don't often see this in the roster updates, to be honest, where only the fielding, arm strength, and reaction get boosted, but it is nice when you do see it because his defense is improving quite a bit. Eugenio Suarez, another fielding boost right there. None of these are too great, just Judge getting a boost versus righties. And Jensen getting some boost because he's been doing decently well. Martinez, a little boost. But then again, I'm interested to see who they dropped, if they dropped anybody, because there's not always a guarantee that there's nerfs in this game. There seems to be a little bit. Mookie Betts dropped 13 contact versus righties, 5 arm strength boost, 10 discipline boost, which is nice. Not too good against righties anymore. Well, he's still really good, but not compared to what he used to be, at least contact-wise. Eric Thames, this is kind of sad to see. Loss of 8 and 10 to contact, respectively. His power went up 7 versus righties, but went down 4 versus lefties. His vision went down to a 34, which is kind of sad because I don't like people with bad vision. And finally, the biggest drop is Marco Estrada to a 78 overall for a drop in hits, strikeouts, and walks. Not a bad roster update. I can definitely appreciate the attention they're paying to the fielding statistic, at least this year, or at least this time around. I feel like a lot of people don't get credit for the defense they play, therefore they don't increase it much at all. Like you might see a 1 point, 2 point here or there. So to see that nice boost on Pham, I can appreciate it. I like it. Anyway, guys, don't forget to leave a like, comments, subscribe if you are new for other totally amazing content like this and other stuff, just let me know. If you want to see anything, I'll try to get it to you, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.